The one hero who can give Tony Stark a run for his money as an inventor is probably Ironheart. As unforgettable as Tony's Iron Man suits can be, the same can be said for the young girl who was able to duplicate his armor nearly exactly using scraps from MIT. Mainstream audiences got a taste of Riri's suits in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, then in the new trailer for Ironheart. As the Marvel Cinematic Universe embarks on bringing Riri Williams from the page to the screen for Ironheart on Disney+, MCU fans can expect to see many of Riri's best suits from the comics debut on screen. New Avengers villain The Hood is already expected to make his on-screen debut in the series, so it's evident that Marvel is committed to bringing the best the comics have to offer for Ironheart. Most likely, that will also entail adapting some of her best suits from the comics. Here are some of Ironheart's best suits that we might soon see on the small screen. 6. The Ironheart Armor Model 1 started Riri Williams' journey. The Invincible Iron Man 7 by Brian Michael Bendis and Mike Deodato. Everyone remembers their first love, just as readers could never forget the debut appearance of both Riri Williams and her first Ironheart suit. From the moment she first appears on panel, Riri is established as nearly as obsessive and brilliant an inventor as Tony Stark is, working on her armor in the wee hours of the night, much to the chagrin of her roommates at the Simmons Hall building of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Eventually, specifically in Invincible Iron Man number 12, she catches the attention of Tony Stark. Upon laying his eyes on the finished product, he's impressed enough to give her his blessing to be a superhero. That's how special Riri's first armor is. Aesthetically, it pales in comparison to the armors that would succeed the Model 1 after this, but the fact that it set the precedent for those armors to exist afterward is what makes this so significant. There could be no follow-up models or alternative variants without starting at a base. It also builds Riri's credibility by presenting her as someone capable of reverse engineering Tony's first armor, making the billionaire's jaw drop to boot. 5. Ironheart's suit in Old Lady Squirrel Girl's future. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl 42 by Ryan North, Naomi Franquiz, Direct Charm, and Erica Henderson. In celebration of the number 50 legacy anniversary issue of The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, this comic takes a glimpse into a potential future from deep in Marvel's multiverse. The world has been plunged into dystopia courtesy of Ironmonger 2000, ironically named as such, when the story takes place half a century after the year 2000, who has been going around trying to conscript people into his personal army. Soon enough, time travel shenanigans placed Old Lady Squirrel Girl on present-day Earth 616 to team up with her younger self in an effort to defeat Kang the Conqueror. Upon returning to her time period, Old Lady Squirrel Girl gets a happy ending alongside a present-day Avengers comprised of a future Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, and Ironheart. Not much is known about this Ironheart or the other Avengers, but it's safe to assume this is an older Riri Williams at about the same age as Old Lady Squirrel Girl, given the confirmation that this takes place half a century from now. It's a brief glimpse that depicts Ironheart with new nanotech wings that hover above her armored backplates. It's a subtle evolution of Ironheart's classic armor. 4. Ironheart's 10-ring suit is the best armor that never was. Ironheart 4 by Eve L. Ewing and Luciano Vecchio. Years after the fact, Riri Williams began studying the 10 rings that once belonged to Tony Stark's worst enemy, the Mandarin. Whether Iron Man liked it or not, she eventually learned how to master the 10 rings. At first, though, the side of villainy tried to entice her to join the 10 rings. Aaron Cord, aka Midnight's Fire, attempts to recruit Riri to the 10 Rings terrorist organization. He envisions a world in his pitch in which he mentors her like a father, as the world worships and burns under their feet, while she wears perhaps her most intricate armor. It's an armor that could never truly exist because it would demand Riri to turn to the dark.